Good day. We are Group 2 and this is our academic vlog. Our chosen film to vlog is entitled Period End of Sentence. The film is an original Netflix documentary about women and feminism, all about menstruation or period in India in Oakwood School. It is a great challenge for them and a harder life for women. Growing women such as teens and adults experience this, like young girls turning into woman. But they think sometimes they are ashamed for themselves because they think it is shameful. Men do not understand this because it is a woman's thing, it is a girl's thing. India has almost poverty and lack of knowledge. Many girls were dropouts, so they are not taught the basic hygiene for women, so they are uneducated. Thankfully, a project or a manufacturer was established to make napkins pads for women. This is called the Pad Project. This is the first time they will use pads from the factory they made. So this will be a better solution for them to finally be able to function well and be comfortable in their lives. So they gave pads to other women also to help, and some realizations were finally solved. It became a relief for them women and a life changing for the girls in that school. Menstruation periods are natural, so that's what the film is all about, the hardships for women. So that is all. Thank you, and proceed to next speaker.
Anita Diamant, the author of Period End of Sentence, that talks about women that fight against the deeply rooted stigma of menstruation, is a graduate from Washington University in St. Louis with a degree in comparative literature and earned a master's in American literature from Binghamton University in upstate New York. She is also a novelist, journalist, essayist, and the author of 5 guidebooks to contemporary Jewish life. She is also known for her best-selling novels, including The Red Tent and The Boston Girl. Her new book, Period End of Sentence, showcases her ability as a columnist, award-winning journalist. She is also the founding president of Mayim Hayim Living Waters Community Mikveh and Education Center.
Why do you think non-peaceful situations occurred? Many individuals explain that non-peaceful situations caused are violence, disagreement, and misunderstanding towards what is currently today. That would mention inequity. In other way, to prevent this from happening repetitively, we must treat ourselves fairly. Without it, peace is presumed fall out of a better understanding and scientific knowledge. Skills and attitudes to help people prevent conflict occurring, resolves conflicts peacefully.
How did the film you watched change your perspective on the topic? What necessary personal changes will you make in your behavior? The film itself really delivered a message, especially to us men, because we do not understand how hard it is to be a woman. Putting yourselves in their shoes is a different level of difficulty. The human body for girls is a total mystery. Ever since high school, this is being taught like the basics of menstruation and how it occurs. It may be embarrassing sometimes and frustrating. Some changes in our behavior as men is to understand every female's hardships in their body, especially this is our reality. We men must be grateful that we do not experience such a thing.
Majority of girls dropped out of school due to feeling ashamed because having their menstrual cycle therefore. They grow up to lacking education and the cycle of the shame around the concept of menstruation continues, and these challenges are often normalized in some parts of the world where women and men are not provided with the enough guidance about their bodies. If women in sovereignty are provided for terms of feminine products and education about how their body works, they will feel more validated and appreciated, which makes women confident and stronger. Like men, there is so much a woman can do in sovereignty, in fact more. As a student, Being educated about the matters discussed in the film is important. Why?
As a student, being educated about the matters discussed in the film is important. Why? As a student, and a woman myself, this is a realization to us in order to properly understand the life of being a woman. This question can be the same as the second question. It is not easy to go into private places just to change pads. What if they are not? Women just go to spaces where they cannot be seen and are ashamed of themselves. Like in the film, most of the women in India do not have knowledge to know what the pad is or a napkin and what it is used for. This may also be the result of poverty and being uneducated. Thankfully, it was a great relief for them that it was demonstrated properly and how it is made. They help others, especially teens and pregnant women, who go through these kind of hardships.
As a woman myself, every one of us should be able to feel comfortable in our own skin. It doesn't matter whether we live in cities, remote islands, villages, or in a completely different country. Something normal like menstruation is not an illness or dirty blood. It is something that should never be frowned upon, and women should not be ashamed of having their monthly cycles. Every girl and woman should have access to pads and basic feminine hygiene kits, just like how men have access to common things like toothpaste. We think that the government should also focus on providing women's needs, like how they fight poverty, especially for those who reside in remote areas, and also provide education not only for women but also for men about how a woman's body works.